Have ended the season for the Glencoe Yellow Jackets. Winfield defeats Glencoe tonight 25-0, and one other final score in Class 1A. The defending state champion, the Wadley Bulldogs, who've won now 23 games in a row, they defeat South Lamar 56-8 is the final in that one.
Let's go over some scores that we have right now. Of course, there's no games in 7A tonight. Nobody has moved games to Thursday, but we'll begin in 6A. In Class 6A in the northern part of the bracket, this one right now, Muscle Shoals is leading over May Jemison by the score of 31-6 in the second half. Parker and Oxford, this was going back and forth, been a good football game. Parker, very good on the offensive side of the football. Their quarterback's unreal. Stoked for over 3,200 yards this year, and he is good. They lead over Oxford right now 35-14 as they have just extended the lead to 3 touchdowns. Athens and Fort Payne, this game was a real battle early. Fort Payne went on basically a 17-point run and got up 24-7, but Athens got a second half onside kick, got a field goal out of it, got the ball back, and with 9 minutes to go, they have just scored. It's now 24-17 in favor of Fort Payne in the fourth quarter. Also, games going on in the northern part of the bracket is Mount Brooks leading over Mortimer Jordan right now 17-0. Clay Chalkville, they struggled early with Jackson Olin. It was 21-20, but Clay Chalkville now pulling away. They're now up 35-20 as they play second half.
Bill got an update on that Mountain Brook game as they play in the third quarter. Mountain Brook has added a couple of touchdowns. They're pulling away. It's now 31-0 as the Spartans lead Mortimer Jordan. That's in Class 6A. Moving on to Class 5A, there are at least 4 games being played in Class 5A tonight. 3 in the northern bracket in Class 5A. Fairview and Arab right now, it's 14-7. Fairview leading Arab, but this has been a tough one tonight. Arab and Fairview only about 10 miles apart. They played 9 times. Arab has won all 9 of those previous meetings, but Fairview is up tonight 14-7. Scottsboro at home tonight after getting beat last week at home against Mars Hill Bible. They're blasting West Point tonight 45-0, and they're at Trammell Stadium tonight in Scottsboro. Gunnersville and Priceville, this game was tight. It was 7-7 at the half. Gunnersville scored a couple of second half touchdowns, and the Wildcats now lead 21-7. And one game in the southern bracket in Class 5A is being played tonight. Northside, one of the unbeaten teams in Class 5A, they're 10-0 on the year. They lead Beauregard 42-6.
I want to go back and update a score for you, Jeff. Parker has scored again against Oxford, so it looks like Parker's going to move on to the second round. They now lead Oxford 42-14 as they play in the fourth quarter. Class 4A, some big games going on. Naturally, West Morgan right now is leading over Randolph 41-14 as they have pulled away in the second half of this one. Good Hope in Cherokee County. Boy, this has been a great game. I listened to a lot of it coming in. It's been back and forth. Right now, Good Hope is leading in the third quarter over Cherokee County by the score of 20-19. Plainview and Brooks, early part of the game, each team had turnovers. Each team had scoring drives. Problem was Plainview scored 2 touchdowns. Brooks scored 2 field goals. That was your 14-6 score. At one point, Brooks did kick a 57-yard field goal in the first half, but Plainview has scored a couple of times and have pulled away from Brooks. It's now 28-6 as they play in the second half. Alexandria has been steadily pulling away from Fayette County. Right now, the score in the second half is 40-7. Also, Hamilton right now over in the west is leading over Asheville 28-14. Hamilton had a 28-7 lead. Asheville has closed it to 28-14. Hamilton unbeaten. Asheville making it tough on them, but right now Hamilton up by 2 scores. And also Handley in the southern part of the bracket, they're leading over Bibb County 33-7.
If you want to update a couple of 4A scores there for you, Plainview has added another touchdown. They've gone up 35-6, and also Alexandria, that game now 40-14 as Fayette County has scored. And an update for over in West Alabama where Muscle Shoals with about 7 minutes to go. They lead May Jemison 38-6 now. Moving on to Class 3A tonight where Mars Hill Bible, the number 1 team in Class 3A, the defending state champion. They're up big tonight over Whitesburg Christian, 49-0. Geraldine has just added another touchdown, and they've gone up now 52-3 over Rogers there in Geraldine. tonight. It was Winfield. We told you Winfield a winner over Glencoe tonight at Winfield. Third, make that 25-0. 25-0. Winfield picks up their 9th win of the year. They move into the second round. Looks like they'll play Mars Hill. Geraldine, we told you, up on Rogers 52-3. They'll face the winner of the Westbrook-Vinemont game being played down at Westbrook tomorrow night. Piedmont has defeated Phil Campbell 59-19, 11 in a row now for Piedmont. That's 19 years in a row they've made it to the second round. The Piedmont Bulldogs winning at the Field of Champions, and it looks like they'll play the Fife Red Devils next week. Fife up on Lauderdale County field. Lauderdale County has scored. It's now 34-7 at Fife tonight. And there's one game in the Southern bracket in Class 3A, and that's Randolph County and Thorsby. And right now Randolph County is up in that game 35-32.
And Jeff, got an update. Fort Payne has just scored and extended the lead now to 31-17 over Athens as they play in the fourth quarter.
And Phil, that game at 5 has gone final 34-7. Your final score is the Red Devils for the 15th year in a row will advance to the second round. So you've got two schools, Piedmont going to the second round for the 19th time, and the Fife Red Devils going to the second round for the 15th straight year. And, you know, last year they played a classic game in the quarterfinals at Piedmont at the Field of Champions. Fife's got to go back to the Field of Champions next week to take on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, rested Fife team a little bit. Of course, Lauderdale County, a quality opponent. But, yeah, it's going to be a tough task. Piedmont, one of the top teams in Class 3A naturally. Move down to Class 2A. Vincent right now is leading over Faultville 27-6. Red Bay's leading over Sandrock. Sandrock made the playoffs here the last couple of weeks of the season. Their trip was over to play Red Bay. Red Bay leads them right now 36-14 as they play in the fourth quarter. Right now, Southeastern's leading over Sulligent 26-8. And North Sand Mountain, who has qualified for the playoffs for the 11th straight year, but it's not going good right now. The Lexington Bears leading them right now 45-15 as they play second half. And Pleasant Valley, as they are hosting a playoff game, 9-1 on the year, they are hosting Winston County. They're up 34-20 as they play second half.
We've got three scores in 1A, 3 games playing there tonight where Addison is all over Raglan, 64-19. Addison leads there. Wadley, we told you at the beginning, they defeated South Lamar 56-8 to advance, and they'll play the winner of Woodville and Meek that game tomorrow night. And Hackleburg is doubling up Spring Garden tonight. 32-16 is that score. A couple of updates. Lexington has scored again. It's now 52-15. Lexington leads North Sand Mountain. Looks like there's about 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in that one. And also, Mountain Brook has scored again. They're up 38-0 with about 4 minutes to go. And the Pleasant Valley score in the fourth quarter has changed. Pleasant Valley has added a touchdown, Phil. 40-20 is the score in that game. So final scores, well, let me update the Red Bay and Sandrock score. Red Bay now 39-14 as they head to the fourth quarter at Red Bay tonight. Wadley defeats South Lamar 56-8. In the 3A, it was 3 final scores. Fife over Lauderdale County 34-7. Piedmont wins 59-19 over Phil Campbell. Winfield was a winner tonight over Glencoe, 25-0, and those are your finals so far this evening. Southern Elite Realty, serving all of North Alabama. Let Jerry O'Neill and his veteran team of agents provide you with the winning experience. You can check them out at mysouthernelite.com. Southern Elite Realty, where great real estate is built on a firm foundation.
Score Time Scoreboards, the only authorized fair play dealer in Alabama. Owners Avery and Patty Hendricks would like to thank all our loyal customers for your patronage and trusting us to help you keep score for the past 31 years. From the new Scoreboard video boards at Boaz and Douglas High School to all Scoreboard video boards at Birmingham City Schools and all points in between. Proudly serving the WQSB listening area with your scoring needs. No matter what team you root for, the game starts and stops with Score Time Scoreboards.
Hi, I'm Randy Jones, your hometown trusted choice insurance agency. Randy Jones and Associates knows the playing field, and we have been proudly serving communities across North Alabama for 46 years. Having the right protection on the field is important. The RJA team of experienced agents will help you find affordable, customized insurance coverage for your family, business, and future. Stop by a local Randy Jones Associates office for a free, no-obligation quote or complimentary policy review.
The Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studio in Albertville and Henniger strives to provide quality furniture for every lifestyle. Choose from entertainment centers, bedroom suites, dining tables, home accessories, bedding, and Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and chairs. The Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studio is located on Highway 431 in Albertville and Highway 75 in Henniger.
At Family Savings Credit Union, we believe in people helping people. Whether you're overcoming challenges or building on great credit, we're here with real support, smart guidance, and personalized plans because you're not just a number, you're family.
Apply online for quick turnaround. FamilySavingsCU.com.
Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family. Member accounts insured by NCUA.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstel.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
Friday night lights are shining bright across our community, and Coca-Cola United is proud to be on the sidelines cheering with you. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, we're here to support our hometown athletes, coaches, and fans. Nothing brings people together like football, and nothing refreshes like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola United, celebrating our community, one game at a time.
Take the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard with you wherever you go. Download our free WQSB app for your phone and smart device. Now, back to the Scoreboard on Alabama's Country Giant, WQSB.
And congratulations to the Student Athletes of the Week. Our male student athlete was Gavin Michael, who plays football at Westbrook High School, and Laney Smallwood, who plays basketball at Albertville High School. Student Athlete of the Week is made possible each week by Bring Your Own Bids Retail and Mike Richards Automotive. Phil, before we go to you, I need to update the Glencoe game. I gave it as a final earlier. We were giving it as a final, but I understand that score is now 39-0. Winfield on top. Game now in the fourth quarter, so we inadvertently gave a final, but that happens on the scoreboard and live radio.
Yeah, definitely happens every once in a while. And of course, let's get it started in Class 5A right now. Fairview leading over ARAB 14-7 in the second half. These two are neighbors, basically. Fairview 10-0 on the year, ranked in the top 5 in Class 5A. ARAB making it tough on them as they play second half. Scottsboro, no problem with West Point. Scottsboro's tough schedule. They're 6-4, but that's not indicative of how good this football team is. They have dominated West Point from start to finish. Drove in the opening drive, jumped out to an early 7-0 lead, and have not looked back. And Mr. Edmondson had 8 carries for 111 yards in the first half, and the Wildcats are running away 45-0 in the second half. Guntersville right now, they were struggled a little bit with Priceville, but they are pulling away now 21-7. Priceville, a well-coached football team, but Guntersville tough to beat at Chorba-Lee Stadium. Hopefully they will make their way into the second round. They lead 21-7 right now. In the southern part of the bracket, one score in Class 5A, Northside's leading over Beauregard right now by the score of 42-6.
Phil, updating your 4A scores. Good Hope pulling away now in the fourth quarter, leading Cherokee County 28-19. West Morgan has just added a touchdown. They've gone up 55-14 over Randolph. Plainview leading Brooks as the Bears look to go 11-0 and make it to the second round for the first time since 2020. Plainview leading Brooks 35-6. Alexandria on top of Fayette County 40-14. And Hamilton, they're 10-0 on the year, ranked number 6 in the poll in Class 4A. They lead Asheville 28-14. And one final in Class 4A from the southern part of the bracket tonight. It was Hanley over Bibb County. Hanley 40, Bibb County 7. That is a final score.
Update, Jeff. Alexandria has scored again against Fayette County. It's now 47-14. In Class 3A, Mars Hill Bible all over Whitesburg Christian. This was the halftime score. Of course, the thing is for Whitesburg Christian, 5-5. This is their 6th year of existence, the first year they've made the playoffs. So this team's made history. You know, and keep an eye on this team in the future. They're not going to be a doormat very long. They're slowly building into a quality program, but it's not meant to be tonight. Mars Hill, the number 1 ranked team in Class 3A, up 49-0. Winfield leads over Glencoe. Great season for the Yellow Jackets, but Winfield is a buzzsaw, and Glencoe is running into it. 39-0, that score in the second half. Geraldine, boy, this team's playing very well. You know, they're going to be a tough out for anybody. They're leading over Rogers right now 52-3 as they play second half. 2 finals in the northern part of the bracket. Piedmont has defeated Phil Campbell 59-19. Fife gets it done. They knock off Lauderdale County by the score of 34-7. And one score in the southern part of the bracket, Randolph County, who sometimes has been in the north, they're in the south right now. They lead over Thorsby by the score of 35-32 in the second half.
I feel that Geraldine's score has changed. Rogers has added a touchdown. It's now 52-10. Geraldine in the fourth quarter. Updating a couple of scores, Priceville has scored. Gunnersville still on top of that one, 21-13. And also it has gone final over at Fairview tonight at Dafford Smith Stadium as the Fairview Aggies get their first win in history over the Arab Knights tonight, winning 14-7. A battle. That's just a good hard-nosed football game. And got an update now for the folks down in Asheville that may not have made that long trip over to Hamilton. The Asheville Bulldogs have pulled a little bit closer. It's now 28-20 as they play in the fourth quarter. Hamilton leading Asheville 28-20. In Class 2A tonight, Vincent is leading Faulkville 34-6. Red Bay leading Sandrock 39-14. Southeastern, about 3 minutes to go in this game. It could have gone final. Let me check here if it's a final score. Not yet. Still late in the game. It looks like Southeastern will advance for the 5th straight year to the second round. They lead Sulligent 26-8. Lexington on top of North Sand Mountain 52-15. And Pleasant Valley, they're leading Winston County 40-20.
Before I go to 1A, Jeff, just got an update on that Fort Payne-Athens game. Athens has scored again. They scored and cut it to 31-23, and I understand with 1:36 to go, they're preparing for an onside kick. So Fort Payne hanging on by 8 points. Been a great game up at Fort Payne tonight. Fort Payne currently holding an 8-point lead. In Class 1A, Addison's leading over Raglan by the score of 71-19. One final in from the northern part of the bracket. Wadley has defeated South Lamar 56-8. And currently in the fourth quarter, Hackleburg is leading over Spring Garden. This game's being played at Hackleburg. Right now, Hackleburg leads at 32-16 over the Panthers.
I don't think we gave you our 6A scores in this set. Right now, it's Muscle Shoals. They lead May Jemison, though Jemison has just scored 38-12 in that game as Muscle Shoals looks to stay unbeaten. Oxford has scored again, but it's still Parker up 42-21. Phil told you that the Fort Payne at Athens game, a good one tonight up in Fort Payne at Wildcat Stadium, 31-23, and Mountain Brook's pulling away. It's now 38-0 over Mortimer Jordan, and Clay Chalkville has added a touchdown. They're up on Jackson Olin 42-20 in that game, and just got a final in Class 2A tonight where Vincent, they have defeated Faulkville tonight 34-6. Vincent will play the winner of tomorrow night's game between Pisgah and Tanner. So, Phil, you got any updates before we go to break?
The only update I got is on the onside kick. Fort Payne did recover, so they'll attempt to run the clock up by 8.
Special thanks to our Team of the Week sponsors this year, Dixie Designs, Wilson's Trophies, and Wilburn's Waxing Solutions. This season, we handed out Team of the Week T-shirts to athletes and coaches in 7 counties in Northeast Alabama. Thanks for your support of the high school football scoreboard.
The deals keep rolling at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service. Now through November 30th, we're giving $100 off any set of 4 Goodyear or Kelly branded tires. That's instant savings on quality tires from the brands you know, installed by the experts you trust. And there's more. When you combine our offer with Goodyear's current rebate, you can save up to $300. Visit one of our 12 locations today to take advantage of this offer while it lasts, including Albertville, Gunnersville, and Gadsden. And remember, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
At First Southern Bank, we've been serving our community since 1935, starting small, growing strong, and always investing in what matters more, you. From personal checking to business loans, we're here to help you save smarter, borrow with confidence, and build a stronger future. We're local, we're homegrown, and we're still growing, one customer at a time. Visit Greg or Clint at the Boaz branch and experience banking built on trust, service, and hometown values. First Southern Bank, banking with heart since 1935, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Friday Night Lights. Cooler weather and great deals on new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. Come see us before you buy your next vehicle. We do not have what you want. We'll order it for you. We have been in business for over 50 years and want to thank our customers and invite you to come see why people come see us again and again. The automobile business has changed, but Alexander Ford still values family, friendships, and good hometown people. Good luck to your school this football season, and come see us at Alexander Ford in Boaz.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
In sports, every point counts. And at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today.
In North Alabama, call us, Cy Giles and Holly Bobo at the Giles & Bobo Insurance Group.
You can reach us at 256-538-8201 or stop by our office at 410 5th Avenue Northeast in Attala, Alabama.
A dealership that puts the community first. Welcome to Sam Boswell Honda of Gadsden, your hometown headquarters for all things Honda. From Gadsden, Oxford, Jacksonville, Attala, Boaz, Albertville, Gunnersville, and beyond. We offer Alabama's top selection of new Hondas, plus an extensive lineup of dependable pre-owned vehicles, all at prices you'll love. Thinking about selling your car? We're ready to buy. Find us on East Meagan Boulevard in Gadsden. Explore our inventory anytime at BoswellHondaGadsden.com. Sam Boswell Honda. Vehicles you can depend on, people you can trust.
You can listen to high school football action each week on WQSB's sister station. WKXX 102.9 brings you Hoax Bluff Eagles football, and Power 107.5 covers Albertville Aggie football. Now back to the scoreboard on Alabama's country giant WQSB.
Well, it's playoff football in the state of Alabama down at Chevrolet Stadium in Gunnersville. Priceville has come back in this game. It's now 21-19, 4 seconds left in the game. Priceville has scored. They're going for 2 points. We're in a timeout right now down in Gunnersville. Fairview has defeated Arab tonight 14-7. Scottsboro's up big on West Point 45-7. Northside was leading Beauregard 42-6, and Phil, waiting. We're at a timeout, so we're going to get an update from that Gunnersville game shortly. So go ahead with 4A.
Last 4A right now, got an updated score here. Randolph has scored again, but West Morgan on top by the score of 55-21. One final in the northern part of the bracket. That's Alexandria. They have moved on. Looks like they're going to get Plainview. We kind of projected this one. It looks like it's going to be Alexandria traveling to Plainview next week. Alexandria wins over Fayette County by the score of 47-20. Speaking of the Bears, looking to go to 11-0. They lead over Brooks right now 35-6 as they play second half. Good Hope up on Cherokee County right now 28-19 in the second half. And right now Hamilton is leading Asheville 28-20 Hamilton 10-0 in this game. Asheville 6-4, but Asheville's made it tough. They were down 28-7. It's now 28-20 as they play fourth quarter. One final in the southern part of the bracket. Handley wins over Bibb County 40-7.
And Phil, we're in overtime down at Chorley at Gunnersville as the 2-point conversion was good. It's now 21-21. Gunnersville and Priceville as they go to overtime. So, yes, it's playoff football in the state of Alabama right now as AHSAA played Fairview very tough tonight as Fairview able to get out with a win. That's the number 1 seed against the number 4. Gunnersville trying to hang on. They were up, as we told you, at one time, 21-7, and Priceville scored 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, got the 2-point conversion at the end of the game, and now we're headed to overtime. And is that a final score? I was looking to see. We do have a final from Southeastern tonight. As the Southeastern, they win 26-8 is the final score in that one. So congratulations to Coach Bird and the Mustangs. They're headed, I think, for the 5th year in a row to the second round, and they kind of avenged a loss. They lost last year in the second round to Sulligent. Sulligent comes to Southeastern this year, and the Mustangs get the win 26-8 tonight. The Geraldine Rogers game is now 59-10, as Geraldine has added a touchdown in that game and gone up 59-10 in their game. And checking the it's now 53-14 over in Red Bay tonight, Phil, as Red Bay has added a touchdown in their game to go up 53-14 in that game. So moving back to class, what did you cover when we?
I got to 4A.
4A. You finished 4A.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to 3A right now, where Mars Hill is on top of Whitesburg Christian. This game score may have changed because this was a halftime, early third quarter score, but it's 49-0 Mars Hill Bible. Congratulations, Whitesburg Christian, though. Whitesburg Christian making their first trip ever to the state playoffs. They just so happened to draw probably one of the best teams in 3A, if not the best team in 3A. Mars Hill leading 49-0. Winfield on top of Glencoe 39-0. We told you Geraldine added a touchdown. It's 59-10. They're headed to the second round. They'll play the winner of tomorrow night's game between Westbrook and Vinemont. Piedmont wins tonight over Phil Campbell at the Field of Champions 59-19. Fife was a winner over Lauderdale County. That's a second round matchup next week. Fife against Piedmont. And also in Class 3A, Randolph County is leading Thorsby 35-32 is the score in that game. And I feel just a couple of finals tonight as one just came in as Northside in Class 5A. They have defeated Beauregard 48-14 was the final score there, 48-14 the final there. And with about 59 seconds to go, and Scottsboro also have just gone final 45-14 as Scottsboro a final tonight. And the Lexington and North Sand Mountain score 52-23 now is the score there as North Sand Mountain scores and gets the 2-point conversion.
So, and we will slip into that Class 2A. Of course, one final, Vincent wins over Faultville 34-12. Jeff just told you about this one. Southeastern gets to 9-2. They knock off Sulligent 26-8. Red Bay's up big in the second half over Sandrock 53-14. The Scots, yes, you just got to update. Fort Payne has scored with 1 minute and 1 second remaining. They are now up 38-23, so they're comfortably on top. Looks like they're going to move on to the second round. Lexington, as Jeff just told you, leading over North Sand 52-23. Pleasant Valley's up on Winston County 40-28. This game being played down at Winston County.
Phil, those two games have gone final at 52-23. Lexington winning over North Sand Mountain and Pleasant Valley. Congratulations to Coach Nix and the Raiders. That's the first time in school history they've won a playoff game, and they win tonight over Winston County 40-28. Also, one other final tonight, it was West Morgan. That game has gone final at 55-21. West Morgan staying undefeated, and West Morgan headed to the second round again this year. We're in overtime at Gunnersville. Andrew's going to keep us updated on that game, 21-21 in overtime down at Chorbalee this evening. In Class 2A, it was Vincent over Falkville tonight, 34-6. Southeastern was a winner. You just covered 2A, I'm sorry. Wadley, we got a 1A final. Wadley over South Lamar, 56-8. Addison 71, Raglan 31. That game not yet a final, and also it was Hackleburg leading Spring Garden 32-16.
Got a big update for you, Jeff. Asheville and Hamilton 28-28 as they play in the fourth quarter.
What about those Asheville Bulldogs down at one point? Wasn't it 28-7?
28-7.
And they've come back in the fourth quarter. They may be headed to overtime. They're in overtime down at Gunnersville tonight, all tied up at 21-21. And those Asheville Bulldogs and Coach Mark Sanders. Hey, Andrew went with us down to Asheville a couple of weeks ago for Team of the Week, and he's very popular down there. Yeah. Hey, can you hear him in the background doing his Bulldog?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Phil, I covered, you can cover 6A now.
Back up to 6A. As we told you, Fort Payne has just scored with 1 minute and 1 second remaining. They recovered the onside kick and drove and punched in a score. They are now at 38-23 over Athens. It looks like they're going to move on to the second round. They're going to probably draw Mountain Brook. Mountain Brook's up 38-0 in the second half over Mortimer Jordan. So it looks like Fort Payne's fixing to move to 10-1. Right now, Parker has doubled up Oxford. It's 42-21 as they play in the second half. Muscle Shoals, no surprise here. They're leading over May Jemison by the score of 38-12 as they play second half. And Clay Chalkville, this game was 21-20 at the half, but Clay Chalkville has pulled away the number one team in Class 6A, leading over Jackson Nolan 42-20. And I guess, Jeff, Clay Chalkville was one of them teams. They're going to get everybody's best at least for a half.
To me, they're the best team in Class 6A until somebody else proves different. Phil got a final score from up in Rainsville tonight. It was Plainview defeating Brooks 35-12. Also had a final score. Let's see, the other final score. Hackleburg has defeated Spring Garden 32-16 there as Hackleburg moves on. So next week in Class 4A, got a great matchup. It's going to happen up in Rainsville as Alexandria, the Valley Cubs, will travel to take on the unbeaten Plainview Bears as Alexandria will be 10-1. Plainview 11-0. Plainview wins 35-12. Alexandria a winner 47-20 tonight. And West Morgan, they will face, it looks like that game has gone final. They won tonight, and they will face the winner of the Good Hope and Cherokee County game and see if I can get an update on that score to see if it's gone final. Hasn't gone final at this point. It's 28-26. 28-26 now is the score. Is Good Hope leading by 2, 28-26. But that Addison score has gone final now, Phil. It's 71-39. 71-39 was the final score as Raglan travels to Addison, and Addison wins. So all three games now reporting final out of 1A that were moved and scheduled for tonight. It was Addison over Raglan 71-39. Wadley beats South Lamar 56-8, and Hackleburg doubles up Spring Garden tonight 32-16, and has gone final in 6A. Phil, Mountain Brook has shut out Mortimer Jordan. This game was tied early, as you said, but after halftime, I think it was 17-0 after halftime, dominated by Mountain Brook 38-0. Your final score. We got two games in overtime right now. Gunnersville's 21-21, and Asheville is 28-28. Looks like the Gunnersville field goal was no good in overtime, so Priceville will have an opportunity now to win the football game, Phil.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Gunnersville was on top 21-7, and next thing you know, it slips into overtime. A couple of finals. Jeff, Fort Payne has gone final. They knocked off Athens 38-23, and also Muscle Shoals, no surprise, has moved on to the second round. They beat May Jemison 38-12.
It looks like then the Fort Payne Wildcats, they're going to have another matchup at home next week as they're headed to the second round again this season as they'll play the Mountain Brook Spartans. That should be a heck of a ball game at Wildcat Stadium next week as Fort Payne 10-1 on the season, Mountain Brook 8-3. As Mountain Brook defeats Mortimer Jordan tonight, 38-0. Of course, Muscle Shoals, you said, they are moving on, and they're unbeaten. And looks like right now they may play Parker's. Parker is doubling up Oxford, 42-21. But we know there's going to be a couple of big games in DeKalb County next week, and Geraldine's looks like they're going to have a home game next week unless Vinemont can pull an upset. Of course, that Geraldine game is not going final, but Rogersville has scored again. It's now 59-17 in that game. The Fife Red Devils out of DeKalb County will travel to Piedmont next week as both Piedmont and Fife win tonight. But Fort Payne will be at home, and just up the road or down the road or ever how you want to say it, across the road, it's going to be Plainview playing Alexandria. So that's one of those things. Maybe we'll go to the first half at one game and the second half at the other game.
Yeah, definitely so. But that's a good thing about around this area, having some good home playoff teams, because that means teams are successful. They're on the top parts of the bracket. They get to play at home. What an exciting year for the communities around this area. High school football, is very exciting around this time of year, and it will be that way round number 2. Some great matchups in Class 3A and Class 6A.
Final score is Coach Alan Heath has updated the score from over at Red Bay tonight. The season will end for the Sandrock Wildcats as they went on the road, had a long trip tonight over to Red Bay. But Red Bay, the Tigers win 53-14. Red Bay will advance, and they'll play Southeastern next week as the Mustangs of Southeastern will take on the Red Bay Tigers, as Southeastern will go on the road as the number 2 seed. They'll face the number 1 seed, Red Bay, next week. Benson also a winner over Falkville tonight, 34-6. They await the winner of Pisgah and Tanner tomorrow night. Lexington defeated North Sand Mountain. They await the winner of Coosa Christian and Isabella. And also Pleasant Valley and again, Phil, great year for Coach Nix down at Pleasant Valley. They're 9-1, now 10-1. They set a school record last week with their 9th win. They just won better this week. They're now 10-1, and they won their first playoff game in school history.
Yeah, outstanding. And really, realistically, Jeff, they've got a chance to win in round 2. Their opponent's not insurmountable. But yes, what a great season for the Pleasant Valley Raiders. It's been a slow build. He's been there 11 seasons. And he's finally got some consistency at Pleasant Valley. That is huge win for Pleasant Valley. Teams like that, you kind of sort of slip out and root for. We'll really root for certain teams, but when it gets to that time of year, those stories were teams that come out of nowhere are great to root for. Updated score: Hamilton, the Aggies have scored against Asheville 35-28 as they play fourth quarter.
35-28. So that game is not yet in overtime. No. Okay. I was just mistaken. This is a surprise. Final score out of Good Hope tonight. The Good Hope Raiders have ended the season of the Cherokee County Warriors. 28-26, your final score. Cherokee County had been to 3 straight championship games in Class 4A. It's not going to happen this season as the Good Hope Raiders get the win. Good Hope now 9-2 on the year. They'll travel to West Morgan next week to take on the West Morgan Rebels in 4A. And so it looks like Priceville is lining up to kick a field goal that could win the game, and apparently it was no good. Oh, they call a timeout. So when we come out of this break, we will maybe have possibly a final score going into double overtime. Lake Properties, Mountain Properties, residential or commercial at Southern Elite Realty. They treat every property like it's their own. You can check them out at mysouthernelite.com. Southern Elite Realty, where great real estate is built on a firm foundation.
Value value our local schools and are proud to support all of our teams because this is our community too. To everyone who puts in the long hours of practice to help our kids win in life and on the field, we salute you. Whether you're coach from the sidelines, sell concessions, or score touchdowns, the Liberty Bank team is cheering for you. So from our team to yours, let's make it a great season. Liberty Bank, local bankers serving local customers since 1971.
You can buy for less.
Hey folks, Randy Ball here at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. At Gilbert Ball Ford, our customer service is top priority. Our priority is to serve our customers and our communities. We'll appreciate having you as our customer and look forward to serving you again. Come see the difference at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. And remember folks, if you don't come see us, I can't save you any money. And visit our website at gilbertballford.com.
You can buy for less. You can buy for less.
This is the DeKalb County Sheriff Nick Weldon. At the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office, we truly believe in the concept of public service. My deputies and I will always strive to be fair and just and treat every person the same. We pledge to develop a partnership with the community to improve the safety for each citizen and give them a positive experience with our office. Our goal at the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office is to protect you, your family, and your property. God bless.
Since 1991, James Barbecue has been serving up mouth-watering barbecue starting from a humble food truck in Geraldine, Alabama. Now with 2 smoking locations, including Little James Barbecue in Rainsville, they're still cooking fresh food daily with homemade sauces you'll dream about. Don't forget steak night every Friday, hot off the grill and worth the trip. And Annie says,
"Come get my dad's barbecue. We're fired up to serve you."
James Barbecue or Little James Barbecue is always available for catering. James Barbecue, slow cooked and full of Southern flavor.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstell.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
In sports, every point counts. And at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today.
In North Alabama, call us, Cy Giles and Holly Bobo at the Giles and Bobo Insurance Group.
You can reach us at 256-538-8201 or stop by our office at 410 5th Avenue Northeast in Atala, Alabama.
Your Friday night football tradition continues. Now back to the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard, presented by Southern Elite Realty in Guntersville.
And congratulations to Easton Skaggs of Westbrook High School. Easton was this week's Marshall Cab Electric Lineman of the Week. Each week during the regular season, Marshall Cab Electric will award a Lineman of the Week honor. And thanks for listening to the High School Football Scoreboard, a special Thursday night edition. Want to remind you, we'll be back tomorrow night from 9 to midnight. We're just getting all the final scores of the 31 games that are being played tonight. We'll be on for about 45 more minutes. And Phil, probably the biggest surprise of the night happened at Guntersville. Priceville's field goal was good, and Priceville walks it off at Chorba-Lee tonight with a 24-21 win over the Guntersville Wildcats. Guntersville, this game was 7-7, I believe, at half. Guntersville went up 21-7, so Priceville scored 17 unanswered, 3 being in overtime, and Priceville wins to advance to the second round, and they'll play the winner of tomorrow night's game between Moody and Corner. Priceville headed to the second round with an upset tonight.
Yeah, the shot heard round the world. Big win for Priceville as they knock off Guntersville. Perennial playoff power, Guntersville 24-21. Let's get going in Class 6A. A lot of the finals are coming in now. Muscle Shoals, no surprise. They knock off May Jemison 38-12. Right now, Parker's leading over Oxford. This is getting late in the fourth quarter. Parker on top 42-21. Oxford, not a great season for them, only 5-5. Parker, not a great record at 7-3, but a quality football team. They got upset by Homewood, but still, this is a good football team. They lead over Oxford 42-21, can flat throw the football and got a lot of speed. Fort Payne, this one went back and forth. Athens stayed close, but never really got to a point to where they could actually win the football game, I'm going to say. Fort Payne was able to fend them off. Final score 38-23 as they recover a late onside kick, score off of it, then knock off Athens by 5. And they'll get to host Mountain Brook next week. Mountain Brook all over Mortimer Jordan tonight. Final score there 38-0. The top team in Class 6A, Clay Chalkwell, playing tonight. They're leading over Jackson Olin by the score of 42-20.
Phil, before we move on to Class 5A, we do have one final in 4A. It was Hamilton. They stayed unbeaten as the Aggies beat Asheville tonight, 35-28. They will advance to play the winner of tomorrow night's game between Deschler and North Jackson over at Deschler. 5A scores tonight. Scottsboro, a big win for Coach Van and the Scottsboro Wildcats at home tonight over West Point. They win 45-14. Fairview was a winner over Arab in a hard-fought game there at Dafford Smith Stadium tonight. Fairview 14, Arab 7. Fairview now 11-0 on the season. They're like 30-3 in the last 3 seasons over at Fairview. A great team there for Coach Redding. Is first time ever they defeat Arab. Arab was 9-0 going into that game tonight over Fairview, but Fairview gets the win. And we told you in overtime, Priceville defeats Gunnersville 24-21 is the final there. And a couple of final scores just in. It was Geraldine over Rogers 59-27. 59-27 is your final score. So Geraldine will face the winner of Westbrook and Vinemont. If it's Westbrook, they'll play at Geraldine. If it's Vinemont tomorrow night, Geraldine will go on the road next week. Also, a couple of other finals, or at least one more final. It has gone final, Phil. Clay Chalkwell has defeated Jackson Olin 49-26 is the final there. 49-26 is the final as Clay Chalkwell, the number 1 ranked team in Class 6A, now 11-0, headed to the second round. And if Gadsden City wins tomorrow night, that'll be who they will face. Gadsden City will host Jasper in the first round tomorrow night.
And, of course, let's just slip it on down to, of course, Class 3A. Yes, Class 3A. 4A. I'm sorry, 4A. Class 4A threw me off on the Hamilton-Asheville score. And, of course, Jeff gave you that one. Hamilton was up big in the second half. Asheville was down 28-7, tied it at 28, but Hamilton got a late touchdown, and they remain unbeaten as they knock off Asheville. Great year for the Asheville Bulldogs, 6-5. This team gave it a valiant effort, but falls short to the Hamilton Aggies, 35-28. Southern part of the bracket, Hanley has advanced. They'll play either Jackson or Ashford. They knock off Bibb County 40-7. And, of course, your local 4A scores, it was West Morgan winning over Randolph 55-21 to remain unbeaten. Good Hope, bit of a surprise here. Maybe this game was played at Good Hope. They were the 2 seed out of their region, where Cherokee County was the 3 seed out of theirs. Cherokee County, 3-time defending finalist in Class 4A, but they fall tonight to Good Hope 28-26. Plainview, very impressive. This game was tight early. Them and Brooks. Brooks, a very athletic football team, but Plainview played very well on the defensive side of the football, limiting big plays, and Plainview wins over Brooks 35-12. Alexandria, they take care of business. They knock off Fayette County 47-20. Alexandria now 10-1 on the year. Only loss so far this season was to Anniston, who plays tomorrow night. But next week, Alexandria will hit the road. They will be in Rainsville to play Plainview, and I would imagine it'll be standing room only.
It should be standing room only. Should be a great crowd there. In that Alexandria and Anniston game, it was only 20-18. So they're 2 points away from being unbeaten this year. So that should be a heck of a game there in Rainsville next week. 3A finals tonight, Mars Hill Bible, the defending state champion. They get off to a great start in the first round. 70-14 is your final score as Mars Hill Bible defeats Whitesburg Christian. Still looking for the final on Winfield and Glencoe. The last score we had in that game was 39-0. Geraldine, that game has gone final as the Bulldogs win 59-27. Understand the Bulldogs 511 total yards in offense tonight and rolling up 59 points and defeating Rogers. And the Bulldogs were in command the entire game. And Geraldine will play the winner of Westbrook and Vinemont next week in the second round. Piedmont was a winner tonight at the Field of Champions, 59-19 over Phil Campbell. And Fife was a winner over Lauderdale County, 34-7. Those two teams will play in the second round next week. Piedmont has a 19 in a row going to the second round. Fife has gone to the second round 15 years in a row. Going to be a great game at the Field of Champions next Friday night. And it was Randolph County. That's game not yet final. They were leading Thorsby. This was a great first-round matchup. Thorsby was 9-1, Randolph County 8-2, and last score we had in that game, Randolph County was up 35-32.
In Class 2A, all the finals are in that games we know that are being played. Of course, Pisgah Tanner will play tomorrow night in Class 2A, but Vincent has defeated Faultville 34-12. Red Bay was a winner over Sandrock. Sandrock finishes 3-8, but this team made great strides this year. Red Bay, they just wasn't enough for Red Bay. Red Bay wins at 53-14. Southeastern moves on to the second round. They're now 9-2. They avenge a loss last year to Sulligent, beat them this time 26-8. It was Lexington. They have knocked off North Sand Mountain. The 11th straight year North Sand Mountain's made the playoffs. They'll finish their season at 8-3. Lexington goes to 8-3 as the Bears win at 52-23. And congratulations to the Pleasant Valley Raiders. They win a huge playoff game at home, get to 10-1 on the season. They beat Winston County 40-28.
Phil, that 6A game between Parker and Oxford has gone final. Parker doubles up Oxford tonight, 42-21, as the Parker, they will play Muscle Shoals next week. That should be an outstanding game, as Parker is your defending 6A state champion. They lost 3 games in the regular season. They'll go in there 8-3. They'll travel to Muscle Shoals next week for the second round of the playoffs. In the other side of that bracket, Fort Payne will host Mountain Brook in the second round. Your 1A final scores: 3 games played in Class 1A. 3 of the 16 played tonight was Addison over Raglan 71-39. Wadley defeats South Lamar 56-8, and Hackleburg doubles up Spring Garden 32-16. Phil, got any updates before we go to break? He's checking.
No, I was checking to see if I could find some updates.
Be part of the show this season by submitting your game day photos from the field to the sideline to the band to all the fans in the stands. You can upload your photos from the game tonight on the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard Facebook page. Show your school spirit and be part of the Friday night tradition, the High School Football Scoreboard.
Flu and COVID season is right around the corner. Are you ready? At Riverview Advanced Medicine, your neighborhood nurse practitioner, Lisa Foreman, is ready to help keep you and your family protected. We offer flu shots, COVID boosters, and same-day sick visits, all with compassionate, expert care. BC, hablamos español. Walk-ins welcomed. Appointments welcomed. Call 256-546-1445 to schedule yours today. Stay healthy this season with care that's close to home.
Everybody in the community enjoys a football Friday night, coming together to cheer on your favorite team in schools. For over 75 years, Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative has provided the electricity to heat and cool the homes, schools, businesses, and light the playing fields in our communities. Marshall DeKalb Electric employees Scott Bobo, Sonia England, Jennifer Rosales, Tracy Massey, Maria Quintana, Araceli Serrano, and Heath Davidson were proud to play, cheer, and perform for Crossville High School, and now provide you with the power for your everyday life.
Where can you find a dealership that makes it easy to buy a new vehicle? WholesaleCars.com. Hi, this is Brett, General Manager of WholesaleCars.com. With today's hectic lifestyle, convenience is everything. Buy with us, and you can make your payments online, over the phone, or even by bank draft. You can even choose your payment date. We offer across-the-board financing with rates that beat most banks. That's just a few reasons that we've earned an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Come see us. WholesaleCars.com, Highway 431, Albertville.
When your ride's having issues again, don't panic. Call the family. At Ohana Auto Repair in Rainbow City, Ohana means family, and that's exactly how we treat you. Our ASE certified technicians work on all makes and models, European, domestic, and import, from oil changes to engine diagnostics to electrical issues that make your dash light up. And yes, we actually know what that weird clanking sound is. Ohana Auto Repair in Rainbow City, where you're not just a customer, you're family. Call us at 256-442-6864.
Support your favorite team in school colors from Dixie Designs, Denson Avenue in Boaz. Dixie Designs can create a logo or custom artwork for your school, church, business, or upcoming event. From screen printing to embroidery, the team at Dixie Designs can do it all. T-shirts, caps, sweats, jackets, polos, uniforms, and much more. Dixie Designs is the official printer of the WQSB Team of the Week T-shirts. Dixie Designs, 415 Denson Avenue in Boaz. Quality sportswear that you can wear every day.
At Family Savings Credit Union, we believe in people helping people. Whether you're overcoming challenges or building on great credit, we're here with real support, smart guidance, and personalized plans, because you're not just a number, you're family.
Apply online for quick turnaround. FamilySavingsCU.com.
Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family. Member accounts insured by NCUA.
Now back to the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard, presented by Southern Elite Realty in Guntersville, the most listened to scoreboard in the state of Alabama. Here's your hosts, Jeff Allen and Phil Harris.
And welcome into this special edition of the High School Football Scoreboard on Thursday night. And we will be back tomorrow night. The whole crew will be in with you. We've got a partial crew tonight. Phil's in, Andrew's in. And we had to pull somebody from the bench in tonight. Big Russ is in.
Yeah.
Big Russ is in for Trey tonight. But we appreciate Russ letting us come in and do this on his time tonight. He didn't have to let us do this, Phil. This is his show. It's his time.
It's his time. Yeah.
But he let us do it tonight, and didn't have to pay him a lot. So thank you, Russ.
It is an honor to be able to sit in here with you guys. I love working the game across the hall, of course, and I love listening to y'all talk football. So I'll let y'all get back to it.
Well, thank you, sir. We're going to run down all the games, the matchups tomorrow night, the scores from tonight and matchups tomorrow night. We're just going to run through the whole list for you here, and we've got about 30 minutes left in the show tonight. So in Class 7A tomorrow, here are your matchups. Is Sparkman at home hosting Daphne. Vestavia Hills travels to take on the Auburn Tigers. It'll be Baker hosting Florence, and Hewitt Trustful will host Opelika. Carver of Montgomery travels to Thompson. It'll be Austin playing at Mary Montgomery. Central of Phoenix City and Hoover. Hoover's won 27 first-round games. Tomorrow night, they're not favored at Central of Phoenix City. Central Phoenix City rated number 1, Hoover rated number 9, and Fairhope plays at James Clemens. Those are your 7A matchups tomorrow night.
And we'll drop it down to Class 6A. We'll give you the finals of the games we have that are played tonight. And, of course, at home tonight, Muscle Shoals beat May Jemison 38-12. Parker knocked off Oxford 42-21. Fort Payne was a winner over Athens 38-23. Mountain Brook won over Mortimer Jordan 38-0. Then it was Clay Chalkwell. They beat Jackson Olin 49-26. Games tomorrow night. Gadsden City will host Jasper. Pell City will be at Homewood. Buckhorn travels to Hartselle.
Looking at the southern part of the 6A bracket tomorrow night, Benjamin Russell is at the top of that southern bracket. They'll host Tuscaloosa Central. It will be Theodore hosting Stanhope Elmore. Pelham travels to Hueytown, and Russell County will host Gulf Shores. Pike Road will be at home hosting McGill-Tulane out of Mobile. Helena at Bessemer City. Saraland, the number 2 team, unbeaten on the year. They'll host Wetumpka, and Spain Park at home hosting McAdory.
Dropping down to Class 5A, we had 3 games in the northern part of the bracket. Of course, Fairview was a winner over Arab to remain unbeaten. They're now 11-0. They beat Arab 14-7. Other games, Jacksonville will be at Ramsey. Scottsboro was a winner tonight over West Point, 45-14. Carver tomorrow night will play at St. Clair County. Coroner will play at Moody. Leeds plays at Briarwood. Boaz tomorrow night will travel to Russellville, and then one final and a huge upset tonight. Priceville has knocked off Gunners at Chorby Lee Stadium 24-21 in overtime.
In Class 5A, in the southern part of the bracket, had one game played tonight. In Northside, the number 6 rated team, they're unbeaten on the year. They're now 11-0. They beat Beauregard tonight 48-14. Tomorrow night, Charles Henderson plays at number 3 Viger. Number 5 Clay Central will be at home hosting Sipsey Valley. It'll be UMS Ride playing at Andalusia. Catholic of Montgomery will host Citronelle. It'll be Shelby County at Valley. Williamson, the number 1 team in Class 5A, they'll be hosting Eufaula, and Elmore County will travel to take on Demopolis. And Phil, we've got, I think, the only game left that we didn't have a final score on tonight. Well, no, we got one other, because we do have a final score in Class 3A tonight. It was Southside Selma defeating Dadeville 32-15. That game was played tonight, as Anthony has reported. He's got connections all over the state.
Yeah.
It don't matter. He's gonna find a score. So Southside Selma did win, even though it showed that they were going to play tomorrow night at 5:00. So that's how, we've got good folks that work for us. You know that
they could be playing in Honolulu, and he'll find it.
They could be playing in Tibet, and he'd find the score.
So let's go down to Class 4A finals tonight. West Morgan over Randolph 55-21. Good Hope slipped by Cherokee County 28-26. The Plainview Bears win. They're now 11-0. They beat Brooks 35-12. Alexandria, impressive win over Fayette County 47-20. And Hamilton, they held off Asheville. Gallant effort by the Bulldogs. Hats off to the Bulldogs. They fall to Hamilton, though, 35-28. Tomorrow night, Fultondale will travel to Anniston. Hatton will be at Madison Academy. And North Jackson will hit the road. They'll play over at Deschler.
And looking at the southern part of the 4A bracket, one game played there tonight. It was Handley over Bibb County 40-7. Tomorrow night, it's Ashford at number 2, Jackson American Christian at home in Tuscaloosa taking on Tallahassee. It'll be Opp hosting W.S. Neal. Mobile Christian travels to Dale County. Bullock County is at Oak Grove. St. Michael's, the unbeaten number 1 team in Class 4A, at home to Pike County. And it'll be Booker T. Washington at home hosting Pleasant Grove. And Phil, we have one other final tonight, and I think that's going to complete our 31 games tonight. It was Randolph County over Thorsby, 51-40, the final score.
Yep, that was a shootout, definitely. Of course, Randolph County, very familiar to folks around this area. There has happened to be in the southern part of the bracket right now. In Class 3A, Mars Hill Bible got up 49-0 at the half and cruised to a 70-14 win over Whitesburg Christian. Congratulations to Whitesburg Christian, a 6-year program, first time making the playoffs. Yeah, they had to play the number 1 team in Class 3A, but Whitesburg Christian finishes the season at 5-6, but a job well done by that school. Winfield was a winner over Glencoe 39-0. Glencoe finishes its season at 7-4. Great year for the Yellow Jackets. They just come up short. Winfield beats them. The Aggies, the Winfield Pirates beats them 39-0. Geraldine, this was a cruise control game type for Geraldine. Geraldine playing very well. They're now 10-1. They beat Rogers 59-27. Tomorrow night, Vinemont will be at Westbrook. That's a big, huge matchup down at Westbrook tomorrow night. Other finals, Piedmont beat Phil Campbell 59-19. Fife-Ford Lauderdale County 34-7. Games tomorrow night also. Walter Webber will be at Gordo, and Collinsville will hit the road. They will be at Leeton, and will take on Colbert County.
It's going to be interesting to see that Mason McAteer has had an outstanding season. Looking his stats, over 2,500 yards passing on the year, almost 1,000 yards rushing, so 3,500 yards for that junior quarterback. And Collinsville looking to pull the upset tomorrow night, and I think they've got a good chance on the road at Leeton tomorrow night. 3A scores tonight, a couple of finals. It was Southside Selma, the number 3 ranked team in Class 3A. They're now 11-0. They beat Dadeville tonight 32-15, and we told you that Randolph County was a winner over Thorsby 51-40. Games tomorrow night in Class 3A in the southern part of the bracket. It'll be Whitesburg playing at Cottage Hill, Glenwood hosting Thomasville, T.R. Miller. They'll be playing at Trinity. Montgomery Academy will be at home hosting Flomaton. Lee Scott Academy, and they'll play Hale County. It'll be Houston Academy playing at Bayside Academy tomorrow night in Class 3A.
Dropping down to Class 2A finals, Vincent was a winner over Faultville 34-12. Red Bay beat Sandrock 53-14. Southeastern was a winner over Sulligent 26-8. Lexington beat North Sand Mountain 52-23, and Pleasant Valley was a winner over Winston County 40-28. Tomorrow night's games, Tanner, who's at 3-7, will play at Pisgah. It will be Isabella at Coosa Christian, and Susan Moore will hit the road. They'll take on Tuscaloosa Academy.
There were no 2A games in the southern part of the bracket played tonight, but tomorrow night, Luverne, the number 1 team, I think they've been to the playoffs 43 years in a row. 43 years in a row for Luverne. They're in them again. They're ranked number 1 in Class 2A. They're 10-0. They'll host Coosa Central tomorrow night. J.U. Blackshear will be at home hosting GW Long. Zion Chapel at Lynette. It'll be Arrington playing host to Washington County. Chickasaw will be at Cottonwood. It'll be Highland Home, Phil's favorite team from the South. The Flying Squadron at home, or rather on the road at Reeltown. Clark County hosts Providence Christian, and Goshen hosts Lochapoka.
In Class 1A, there was 3 games tonight. Addison was a winner over Raglan by the final score of 71-39. It was Wadley, the number 1 team in Class 1A. They beat South Lamar 56-8. And Hackleburg, they knock off Spring Garden. Final score there was 32-16. Other games tomorrow night, Fayetteville will travel to Berry. It will be Shoals Christian at Appalachian. Marion County will be at Winterboro. Meek will be at Woodville. Woodville will host their first playoff game of all time. And then Woodland will be traveling to Hubbardville.
And if Woodville wins, they get Wadley.
Whoosh.
They have to travel to Wadley. So 7-3 Woodville. Good luck there tomorrow night, as Phil said, hosting their first ever playoff game. That's like a state championship to them just to get to host a playoff game. 7-3, great year for Woodville and Coach Poole. Your 1A in the South, here's how they'll line up tomorrow night. All the games played, all 8. None were played tonight. They're tomorrow evening, and Notasulga plays at University Charter. Georgiana will play at Southern Choctaw. Maplesville, the number 2 team in Class 1A, unbeaten on the year. They'll play at home against R.C. Hatch. McIntosh plays at Brandley. McKenzie's also unbeaten in 1A. They'll play at home against Millery. It'll be Choctaw County at Autauga Academy. Leroy also unbeaten on the year as the Bears play at home against Elba. And Linden will be at home hosting Billingsley. And that's your lineup for tomorrow night and all the scores from tonight. Wilburn's Waxing Solutions specializes in recoating gymnasium hardwood floors, tile floors, and they offer commercial cleaning. Contact Michael or Mikhail Wilburn at Wilburn's Waxing Solutions, or you can check them out on Facebook.
Hey folks, Randy Ball here at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. At Gilbert Ball Ford, our customer service is top priority. Our priority is to serve our customers and our communities. We'll appreciate having you as our customer and look forward to serving you again. Come see the difference at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. And remember folks, if you don't come see us, I can't save you any money. And visit our website at gilbertballford.com.
You can buy for less. You can buy for less.
Pax Nursery and Garden Center on Highway 168 between Boaz and Kilpatrick reminds you fall is time for planting, and they have a large selection of fruit trees, blackberry plants, grapevines, blueberry bushes, shade and flowering trees, encore azaleas, hydrangeas, roses, hollies, boxwoods, and much more. They also have mulch, pine straw, concrete pots, and statuary. Follow them on Facebook to see what's new. Pax Nursery and Garden Center, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and Saturdays till noon.
The Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studio in Albertville and Henniger strives to provide quality furniture for every lifestyle. Choose from entertainment centers, bedroom suites, dining tables, home accessories, bedding, and Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and chairs. The Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studio is located on Highway 431 in Albertville and Highway 75 in Henniger.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Friday night lights are shining bright across our community, and Coca-Cola United is proud to be on the sidelines cheering with you. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, we're here to support our hometown athletes, coaches, and fans. Nothing brings people together like football, and nothing refreshes like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola United, celebrating our community, one game at a time.
A dealership that puts the community first. Welcome to Sam Boswell Honda of Gadsden, your hometown headquarters for all things Honda. From Gadsden, Oxford, Jacksonville, Attala, Boaz, Albertville, Gunnersville, and beyond. We offer Alabama's top selection of new Hondas, plus an extensive lineup of dependable pre-owned vehicles, all at prices you'll love. Thinking about selling your car? We're ready to buy. Find us on East Meagan Boulevard in Gadsden. Explore our inventory anytime at BoswellHondaGadsden.com. Sam Boswell Honda. Vehicles you can depend on, people you can trust.
Since 1991, James Barbecue has been serving up mouth-watering barbecue starting from a humble food truck in Geraldine, Alabama. Now with 2 smoking locations, including Little James Barbecue in Rainsville, they're still cooking fresh food daily with homemade sauces you'll dream about. Don't forget steak night every Friday, hot off the grill and worth the trip. And Annie says,
"Come get my dad's barbecue. We're fired up to serve you."
James Barbecue or Little James Barbecue is always available for catering. James Barbecue, slow cooked and full of Southern flavor.
Hey folks, Jerry O'Neill, broker and owner of Southern Elite Realty. We're so proud to be a part of the WQSB family and honored to help bring you the Friday Night Scoreboard.
And back inside the studio, I want to remind you again, we'll be back tomorrow night from 9 until midnight with a high school football scoreboard. The whole crew will be in with you tomorrow evening. Had 31 games on the schedule tonight. That leaves 73 games to be played tomorrow night in the first round of the high school playoffs. And Phil, again, before we close it out a little bit later, I want to look at some of the matchups next week. And one of the interesting ones to me next week is Muscle Shoals and Parker. That's going to be a second-round game. Muscle Shoals won tonight. Parker defeated Oxford. Last year, these two teams played in the quarterfinals. Parker defeated Muscle Shoals 35-10 on their way to a state championship. Next week, Parker has to go to Muscle Shoals. And you look at Muscle Shoals, they've been to the quarterfinals 3 years in a row. So that's going to be a great matchup between those two 6A teams tomorrow night.
Oh, definitely should be. Parker, of course, a very talented quarterback. I can't remember his name, but he's thrown for a little over 3,000 yards, has rushed for several. This team is a wide-open offense. You know, Oxford played pretty well to hold them down some, but Parker just so athletic. And, of course, that's going to be great athletes on the field naturally. But the good thing for Muscle Shoals, at least they get to play at home. That may be a big difference maker, especially if the weather is a little bit cool.
And I think next week, I'm checking, I don't think that Fort Payne has ever played Mountain Brook. This will be the first time ever that Mountain Brook and Fort Payne have played. I may be mistaken, but I can't find a time when Fort Payne and Mountain Brook has played. Of course, Fort Payne winning tonight over Athens, Mountain Brook shutting out Mortimer Jordan. So Mountain Brook, the Spartans, travel to Fort Payne next week, and that's just two marquee matchups there in Class 6A with Parker playing at Muscle Shoals and Mountain Brook traveling up to Fort Payne.
Yeah, naturally, the two winners of these two games, they're going to earn their way into the quarterfinals. But, yeah, that will be a dandy game. Mountain Brook and Fort Payne, I think that's one of them you want to go see if you get the opportunity. There's going to be some marquee matchups in the second round. This Fort Payne Mountain Brook game is going to be one of them. Mountain Brook now at 8-3, comes out of a great region. Fort Payne has proven their mustard. They did that last year. And so they're a dangerous team in the playoffs because they've been there. They know what it's about. So it should be a great matchup.
And 2 years in a row for the Fort Payne Wildcats going to the second round, or this will be the third year. They lost to Muscle Shoals back in 2023. Last year, they beat Homewood before losing to Oxford in the quarterfinals. So the Fort Payne Wildcats at home next week. Of course, the Fairview Aggies, we told you that Fairview got a big win at home tonight at Dafford Smith Stadium. First time ever they have defeated the Arab Knights. Arab was 9-0 against Fairview. Just about 10 miles from Arab, you're at Fairview, so could be rivals there, or would be rivals if they played more often. But Fairview gets the win tonight, 14-7. And of course, the Scottsboro Wildcats looks like they're going to be at home next week if St. Clair County defeats Carver. But that's going to be a big game tomorrow night down in Odenville. Phil, is St. Clair County. They've had a great year at 9-1, but Carver out of Birmingham, they're only 6-2. They lost a couple of games to teams that didn't play them, and that's going to be an interesting matchup between a 2 and 3 seed tomorrow night.
Definitely so. Carver's going to be one of them very athletic football teams. And, of course, St. Clair County's had a great year, probably one of the greatest years in school history. And what a huge win for Scottsboro. They're now 7-4 on the year, and they're one of those teams you don't go by their record because of the teams they have played so far. And, of course, Ramsey, a very dangerous football team. Really, they're what you would call I would, kind of call them a co-region type champion. They got surprised by Homewood. So this is a quality team moving into that first round against Jacksonville. But, hats off to the St. Clair Saints.
They've had an outstanding season. Their only loss was to Moody. And, of course, Moody is ranked number 2. They've had a great year also. Moving on to look at a couple of 4A matchups. Next week, you've got West Morgan. They'll be hosting Good Hope. Good Hope made the second round last year. They lost to Athens. Coach Alan Scott's team finished 10-2 last year. They're 9-2 after their win over Cherokee County. And again, Phil, I know in looking at it as a number 2 seed in Good Hope against the number 3 seed in Cherokee County, but I thought Cherokee County would go over there. To me, this is a slide upset tonight.
Yeah, I believe it was. But Good Hope, Jeff, they're one of those teams that, they're not known for winning state championships, but they're a perennial playoff team. They're in there every year, so it's not like it's a big surprise to be in the playoffs. And, of course, Cherokee County didn't have the muscle this year they've had in years past, but still a quality football team. I was a little bit surprised because I really thought Cherokee County would find a way to win this one, but give Alan Scott and his Good Hope Raiders credit. They played very well.
Just had an outstanding season. They've had an outstanding couple of seasons over there at Good Hope as they will move on to face West Morgan. And West Morgan 11-0, and this team under Coach Phillips has just been good for the last 4 or 5 seasons.
Oh, definitely so. I mean, very dominating. They score a lot of points. Randolph gave it a gallant effort, but just West Morgan is just too much on offense, and they're going to be one of those teams in Class 4A, going to be very tough to beat. But in that top part of the bracket, this is very tough, very top-heavy teams. So it's going to be tough for West Morgan if they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs.
And, of course, the Plainview Bears, they're unbeaten on the year, 11-0. They're going to take on Alexandria next week. Alexandria 10-1. It'll be the first ever meeting between those two teams there at Plainview Stadium next Friday night. And that's going to be a good one there between the Bears and the Valley Cubs.
I think so. I think this is two teams that are perennial teams that have been good in the playoffs, but I think this is kind of the year these two teams have pointed to have great seasons. Alexandria's only loss was a 20-18 game against Anniston. Anniston and Plainview played in a jamboree game the first part of the year, so they kind of know a little bit about each other, and this is going to be a great matchup up at Rainsville. It's going to take a gallant effort. It's going to be one of those nights who makes the less mistakes and who don't turn the football over.
That was a great move by Coach Pruitt to schedule Anniston in that jamboree game at the beginning of the year to kind of measure his team. And, of course, the Plainview team has had an outstanding season. And the thing about Plainview, Phil, it's somebody different every Friday night. Owen Hope has had a great year at quarterback, but it's different players every week with this Plainview team that's carrying the load.
Yeah, and I think sometimes the defense don't get a lot of credit. I know Brooks in the first half, they hit a 57-yard field goal in this game. They drove down into Plainview territory. They fumbled in their opening drive, got a 57-yard field goal in their next drive. Well, Plainview was up 7-3. Brooks took it right down the field, got inside the 10-yard line, had it first and goal, but Plainview was able to stuff them, hold them to a field goal to make it 7-6. Plainview went right down the field, went up 14-6, and that was a key factor in that game. So the defense stood tall in the first half and made the difference for this football team.
And a big matchup next week, maybe the marquee matchup in the state between two of the best teams in North Alabama over the last 20 years, and that's Piedmont and Fife at the Field of Champions. These two teams played last year in the quarterfinals. Piedmont won that game 30-28, and I think we're going to have that same kind of game next week over at the Field of Champions as the Red Devils travel to Piedmont. You're going to have two of the best players in the state in Class 3A with Ryder Gibson from Plainview and Raleigh Pinto from Piedmont on the same field next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup. Two fierce teams. Really they're not really rivals in the regular season, but they're rivals when it comes to playoff time. So this will be a great matchup.
Southern Elite Realty, serving all of North Alabama. Let Jerry O'Neill and his veteran team of agents provide you with a winning experience. Check them out at mysouthnelite.com. Southern Elite Realty, where great real estate is built on a firm foundation. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up tonight on the high school football scoreboard.
Hi, this is Brent Rhodes, candidate for DeKalb County Commission President. As a lifelong resident of DeKalb County, I care deeply about our people, our values, and our future. On May the 19th, I would truly appreciate your vote. I'm committed to working hard for our community and helping move DeKalb County forward. Best of luck to all of our local teams this year. We're proud of you.
Paid political advertisement by Brent Rhodes, Crossville, Alabama.
On Friday nights, the big wins happen under the lights. But at Gadsden State Community College, the victories happen every day. Whether it's working toward a college degree, mastering hands-on workforce training, or charging into the healthcare career, Gadsden State is here to help you find and reach your next set of goals. Financial assistance is plentiful, classes are flexible, and the opportunities are wide open. Enroll at Gadsden State and let's start your next big win. Visit gadsdenstate.edu to get started.
Dreaming of the perfect backyard? Now booking for next year. From stunning 3D designs to one-on-one service, Martinez Pools will bring your vision to life in 2026. Vinyl, fiberglass, or Gunite pools, landscaping, sod, irrigation, and waterfalls, outdoor kitchens, hot tubs, and putting greens. Full turnkey service from start to finish. Schedule your spot now. Our openings for next year are limited. Call 256-452-8464 today to reserve your project and make your home Home, the place where kids come to play and memories are made.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Right now, Ace Rewards members get instant savings on a big selection of top brand tools that make great gifts for the holidays. Save $50 instantly on select DeWalt 20-volt Max Atomic brushless power tool kits and batteries. You'll also save $50 instantly on select Milwaukee power tools. Save $30 instantly on select Craftsman's 20-volt power tool kits and batteries. Instant savings are available exclusively for Ace Rewards members. Sign up and start saving today at Weathers Ace Hardware.
At Family Savings Credit Union, we believe in people helping people. Whether you're overcoming challenges or building on great credit, we're here with real support, smart guidance, and personalized plans because you're not just a number, you're family.
Apply online for quick turnaround. FamilySavingsCU.com.
Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family. Member accounts insured by NCUA.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstel.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
In sports, every point counts. And at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today.
In North Alabama, call us, Cy Giles and Holly Bobo at the Giles and Bobo Insurance Group.
You can reach us at 256-538-8201 or stop by our office at 410 5th Avenue Northeast in Atala, Alabama.
Take the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard with you wherever you go. Download our free WQSB app for your phone and smart device. Now, back to the scoreboard on Alabama's Country Giant, WQSB.
We're going to run down our final scores and get out of here tonight, and we'll begin in Class 6A, where Muscle Shoals was the winner over May Jefferson 38-12. It was Parker tonight doubling up Oxford 42-21. Fort Payne picks up their 10th win of the year as they beat Athens tonight 38-23. Mountain Brook shut out Mortimer Jordan 38-0. It was Clay Chalkville defeating Jackson Olin 49-26 in Class 6A.
And Jeff, incidentally, Dylan Reese is the quarterback for Parker that I was trying to think of. He has thrown for over 3,000 yards, had another outstanding night tonight for Parker. In Class 5A, it was Fairview over Arab 14-7. Scottsboro, big win over West Point, dominating win 45-14. Biggest upset of the night, and it may be the whole entire state. Priceville has shocked Gunnersville 24-21 in overtime to finish Gunnersville's season at 9-2. And in the southern part of the bracket, Northside beat Beauregard 48-14.
Moving on to Class 4A, it was West Morgan over Randolph 55-21. Good Hopes slips by Cherokee County 28-26. It was Plainview rolling to their 11th win of the year 35-12 over Brooks. And Alexandria gets win number 10 on the year as the Valley Cubs beat Fayette County 47-20. It was Hamilton defeating Asheville, though Asheville was down in this game, scored a couple of touchdowns late to tie the game at 28-28. Hamilton scores late in the game to win 35-28. Couple of scores in 4A in the southern part of the bracket. Hanley over Bibb County 40-7, and it was Pleasant Grove defeating BT Washington 16-6. That's Booker T. Washington.
3A, it was Mars Hill Bible, the number one ranked team in Class 3A, beat Whitesburg Christian 70-14. Winfield ends Glencoe's season as they shut them out 39-0. Geraldine was a winner over Rogers 59-27. It was Piedmont, big win. They knock off Phil Campbell at the Field of Champions 59-19. And Fife does their usual thing in the first round of the playoffs. They beat back Lauderdale County by the final score of 34-7. Two scores in the southern part of the bracket in 3A. It was Southside Selma over Dadeville 32-15, and Randolph County outscored Thorsby. The final score there was 51-40.
And in Class 2A tonight, it was Vincent over Faultville 34-6. Red Bay was a winner over Sandrock 53-14. Southeastern, they're headed to the second round again this season as the Mustangs defeated Sulligent 26-8. Lexington rolls over North Sand Mountain 52-23, and congratulations to the Pleasant Valley Raiders getting their first ever win in the state playoffs as they beat Winston County tonight 40-28.
In Class 1A, it was Addison, who's now 10-1. They beat back Raglan, who finished at 5-6, 71-39. Top-ranked Wadley, now 10-0. They beat South Lamar 56-8. And finally, Spring Garden's season comes to an end as they fall at Hackleburg. Final score there was 32-16. The Panthers finished the season at 6-5.
That's going to wrap it up tonight. Russ, thanks for allowing us to intrude on your time tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock for the high school football scoreboard. We appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it.